And I think I'm one of 4 veterinarians in Michigan that will see any animal coming through the door. Dr. John Pohl, the famous veterinarian and TV star, spent his life helping animals and winning hearts worldwide. But beyond his kindness and skill, Dr. Pohl has quietly built a large fortune from his clinic and TV career. While his work brought him great success, it's what he left behind that truly moved his family. When the details of his legacy were revealed, it left his family not just grateful, but deeply emotional. What did Dr. Pohl leave behind that stirred such a powerful response? Join us as we uncover the story of Dr. Pohl's incredible legacy. Who was going? They had so many wires. The hard work that built Dr. Pohl's life. Dr. John Pohl's story is one of determination and family values. Born and raised on a small farm in the Netherlands, he spent his childhood caring for animals and helping with chores. These experiences shaped his dream of becoming a veterinarian. When he moved to the United States, he didn't have much, but with his wife, Diane, by his side, he set out to build a life from scratch. In 1981, they started Pohl Veterinary Services in rural Michigan. At first, the clinic was small and operated out of their home. Diane handled the office work while Dr. Pohl treated animals, often traveling long distances to help local farmers. His reputation grew because he didn't just treat animals, he treated people with kindness. Farmers trusted him because he never hesitated to show up, even when the work was tough or the weather was bad. The clinic's success wasn't immediate. It took years of effort and sacrifice to build the trust of the community. Dr. Pohl didn't focus on making lots of money. He focused on making sure that animals got the care they needed. His simple lifestyle reflected his values, and despite his growing popularity, he never tried to live in a fancy way. Keep watching to hear what happens when this quiet life meets unexpected fame. The clinic took a turn in 2011 when the incredible Dr. Pohl premiered on Nat Geo Wild. The show quickly became popular, showing the highs and lows of life as a country vet. People admired how Dr. Pohl handled even the hardest situations with patience and humor. It brought him fame and fortune, but his life didn't change much. Instead of spending the money on himself, he invested it back into his clinic and his community. Dr. Pohl's focus on family has been clear throughout his career. He and Diane raised 3 children, Charles, Kathy, and Diane Jr., to appreciate hard work and stay humble. Charles, in particular, became an important part of Dr. Pohl's legacy by working as the executive producer of the show. The father-son bond grew stronger as they worked together to bring the family's story to a wider audience. But not everything has been easy. In 2019, the Pohl family faced heartbreak when their son Adam passed away unexpectedly. Losing Adam was a painful time for the family, but it brought them closer and reminded them of what truly matters in life: their love for one another and their commitment to helping others. You'll be surprised to learn how Dr. Pohl has chosen to use his fortune for his family's future. Despite the challenges, Dr. Pohl's work ethic and love for animals never changed. He still shows up for his clients, even as the show continues to thrive. The fame hasn't made him forget the values he grew up with. He's always said that his greatest joy comes from helping animals and supporting his community. Dr. Pohl's journey from a small farm in the Netherlands to a global television star is remarkable, but what makes it even more special is how he's used his success to give back. Whether it's through his work, his family, or his community, Dr. Pohl has left a lasting impact on everyone he's touched. Keep watching to see how this legacy continues to shape his family's future, turning fame into a legacy. 2. When the incredible Dr. Pohl became a hit on Nat Geo Wild, the Pohl family's life changed in ways they never expected. What started as a modest veterinary practice in rural Michigan turned into a worldwide success story. The show gave viewers a close look at Dr. Pohl's practical approach to veterinary care, focusing on the challenges and joys of working with animals in farm communities. Dr. Pohl's dedication and straightforward personality made him relatable to audiences everywhere. Even though fame brought many opportunities, the Pohl family didn't let it get to their heads. Instead, they focused on staying grounded and using their platform to educate people about the importance of animal care. Dr. Pohl saw the show as a way to raise awareness about rural veterinary practices, which are often overlooked. For him, it wasn't about being on television, it was about sharing his passion for animals and hard work. What happened next shows how much the Pohl family values what truly matters. The show wouldn't have existed without Dr. Pohl's son, Charles. After studying in college, Charles returned home and saw an opportunity to highlight his father's incredible work. He pitched the idea of a reality show, believing that people would connect with their family's story and work ethic. He was right. The series took off, and Charles played a major role in its success, not only behind the scenes, but also as a cast member. However, Dr. Pohl made sure that the show didn't change his way of living. Instead of spending the money on himself, he invested it in his clinic to improve the facilities and ensure his team could deliver even better care. The Pohl family chose to use their fame and financial gains to make a positive difference. But the story isn't all smooth sailing. Keep watching to see some of the struggles they faced. With fame came challenges. Some critics in the veterinary field questioned Dr. Pohl's methods, accusing him of being too old-fashioned in his practices. These criticisms led to several legal battles, including accusations that he wasn't following modern veterinary standards. Despite the setbacks, Dr. Pohl stood firm, defending the techniques he had used successfully for decades. He argued that his experience and results spoke for themselves, and he continued to have the support of his patients and loyal viewers. Dr. Pohl's ability to handle criticism and stay focused on his goals says a lot about his character. He didn't let the negativity slow him down or take away from the joy he found in his work. Instead, he used the attention to further highlight the importance of affordable, accessible veterinary care for rural communities. Keep watching to see how the Pohl family turned difficult moments into opportunities. Beyond the professional challenges, the Pohls also faced personal losses that tested their strength. When the family suffered a devastating tragedy with the loss of their grandson, Adam, the heartbreak was overwhelming. But it brought the family closer together. They leaned on one another, finding comfort in their shared memories and their determination to continue living with purpose. Adam's passing reminded them to treasure each day and to keep supporting one another no matter what. Dr. Pohl's wife, Diane, has been by his side through it all. While Dr. Pohl takes care of the animals, Diane manages the administrative side of the practice. She ensures that the business runs smoothly, allowing her husband and the team to focus on what they do best. Diane's steady presence has been a source of strength for the family, helping them handle the ups and downs of life in the spotlight. You won't believe how this family continues to inspire so many. One of the most inspiring things about Dr. Pohl is how he uses his success to help others. Over the years, he has donated to local charities, supported educational programs, and encouraged young people to consider careers in veterinary medicine. He believes that success is not just about what you achieve, but also about how you use it to make a difference in the lives of others. Charles has also followed his father's example, using the show's platform to spread positive messages. Together, the Pohl family has shown that fame and fortune are not just about personal gain. They can also be tools for doing good in the world. The Pohl family's story is more than just a tale of a successful TV show or veterinary practice. It's about staying true to their values, even as life changes around them. Their journey reminds us that hard work, humility, and love for family can create a legacy that lasts far beyond fame. Keep watching to see what makes this family's story so unforgettable. A family bond strengthened by challenges. Dr. Pohl's journey to fame and his success in the veterinary world is impressive, but at its heart, his story is about family. Through every challenge, the Pohl family has stayed united, relying on each other to handle the unpredictable twists life brings. This bond became even stronger as they faced one of the most difficult decisions in their lives, planning for a future without Dr. Pohl. Questions about his have continued to pop up as Dr. Pohl continues his work. His contributions to veterinary medicine and rural communities are undeniable, but his family also faces the reality that one day they will need to carry on without him. This is not just about passing down a business. It's about preserving a lifetime of values, dedication, and a work ethic that has inspired millions. What the family is doing to prepare may surprise you. Keep watching. The decision to involve Charles in the family business was one of the first steps. Charles not only helped bring the incredible Dr. Pohl to life, but he has also become a key figure in ensuring the family's legacy continues. While Charles doesn't practice veterinary medicine, he plays a major role in managing the media aspect of their success. His involvement ensures the stories, lessons, and values of Dr. Pohl's practice remain alive for future generations. But the legacy isn't only about Charles. Dr. Pohl and Diane have also worked to mentor young veterinarians, bringing them into their clinic to learn hands-on techniques that are increasingly rare in modern veterinary practices. These veterinarians are trained not just in medicine, but in the same compassionate and practical approach that Dr. Pohl is known for. This mentoring program is their way of giving back while planting seeds for the future. What they're teaching the next generation will move you. At the heart of these efforts is Diane Pohl, who serves as both the glue and the guiding hand for the family. While Dr. Pohl focuses on his patients and the clinic, Diane ensures that the family stays connected and the business side of things runs smoothly. Her work behind the scenes often goes unnoticed by fans of the show, but it's her quiet strength that holds everything together. Diane's role has become even more important as the family prepares for life after the cameras stop rolling. One of the ways the Pohl family keeps their bond strong is by continuing the simple traditions that ground them. Despite their fame, they have remained true to their roots, often spending time together as a family in the same rural community where it all began. This commitment to staying humble has not only kept them close, but has also earned them the admiration of fans who value authenticity. But even with strong family ties, difficult conversations are inevitable. The family has openly discussed what will happen when Dr. Pohl decides to retire, or if unforeseen circumstances force a change. These discussions, while emotional, are necessary. Dr. Pohl has always believed in facing challenges head-on, and this situation is no different. Together, they've worked to put plans in place to ensure that the clinic, the show, and the family's values will endure. This process hasn't been without its emotional moments. Dr. Pohl's passion for his work and his deep connection to his patients make the idea of stepping back incredibly difficult. Diane, Charles, and the rest of the family have had to remind him that the impact of his work will last far beyond his active years. No doubts, Pohl's teachings and the memories he's created are enough to inspire people for generations to come. But what happens when he finally steps back? You'll want to keep watching. The Pohl family also faces external pressures. The popularity of the show has brought increased scrutiny, not just from critics, but from fans who have their own ideas about what the future should look like. Naturally, a lot of viewers would suggest that Charles take over entirely, or others might be of the opinion that the clinic should bring in more veterinarians to continue Dr. Pohl's legacy. But with less information available to the public, it appears the Pauls are determined to make these decisions as a family, staying true to what feels right for them, rather than bending to public opinion. Through it all, their focus has remained on the animals and the people who depend on them. Dr. Pohl's love for his patients has always been his driving force, and this is something his family looks set to carry on. Whether it's through Charles's work in media, the veterinarians they mentor, or the memories shared by their community, the Pohl family is building a legacy that goes beyond fame and fortune. Keep watching to find out how this family handles the challenges ahead. You'll be amazed, facing loss and embracing a shared vision. No one likes to think about losing a loved one, but the Pohl family has faced that possibility with open hearts and practical minds. Over the years, Dr. Pohl and Diane have experienced the loss of family members and beloved animals, moments that remind them of how fleeting life can be. These experiences have shaped their decisions about the future, ensuring that their legacy is built to last. For Dr. Pohl, the thought of stepping back from his practice brings a mix of emotions. His days are spent doing what he loves most, caring for animals, and connecting with the people in his community. The clinic has become more than just a workplace. It's a symbol of his life's work. But as much as he cherishes this, he knows it can't last forever. His family has been instrumental in helping him plan for the day when he can no longer do what he loves. One of the biggest challenges has been ensuring the clinic's survival. Veterinary medicine in rural areas is already challenging, with fewer people choosing the profession and even fewer willing to work in small towns. Dr. Pohl and Diane have taken steps to ensure their clinic remains a beacon for rural communities, training new veterinarians who share their passion for practical, compassionate care. Keep watching. What they're teaching these young professionals is worth hearing. A large part of their planning has focused on preserving the integrity of their work. Dr. Pohl has always been hands-on, approaching every case with care and determination. He's passed this philosophy on to his family and his mentees, emphasizing that every animal deserves the best possible care, no matter how small or insignificant the case may seem. By mentoring young vets and investing in their clinic, Dr. Pohl is leaving behind more than just a business. He's creating a ripple effect of care and kindness. While Dr. Pohl focuses on the clinic, Diane has also played a major role in addressing the financial aspects of their legacy. Over the years, she has ensured the family's finances are in order, creating a stable foundation for the future. Her careful planning has allowed them to make investments that will benefit not only their family, but also the broader community. But not all decisions have been easy. One of the most emotional decisions that keeps staring the Pohl family in the face is how to handle the show. The incredible Dr. Pohl has brought their story to millions of viewers, creating an international fan base. While the show has been a blessing, it has also brought its share of challenges. As the family looks to the future, there is always the question of whether the show should continue without Dr. Pohl at the center. For example, a person like Charles, who has been a driving force behind the show's success, would have mixed feelings about its future. On one hand, he would see it as a way to keep his father's legacy alive. On the other hand, he would be concerned about how the show might change without his father's larger-than-life personality. These discussions are sensitive, as each family member would struggle with what the show means to them and how it fits into their vision for the future. The decision they make is something to look forward to. As they manage these challenges, the Pohl family has found comfort in their shared values. Their faith, their love for animals, and their commitment to each other have been their guiding principles. These values have helped them make tough decisions and stay united, even when the road ahead is uncertain. One of the most touching aspects of their story is the way they've involved the entire family in their plans. From Charles to Kathy and their grandchildren, Everyone has played in shaping the Pole legacy. This isn't just about Dr. Pole's work. It's about the family's collective effort to honor his life's mission. The Pole family has also taken steps to give back to their community, using their platform to support causes close to their hearts. Whether it's through local events, charitable donations, or simply being there for their neighbors, they've shown that their success is about more than personal gain. As Dr. Pole reflects on his journey, he often says that his greatest achievement isn't the clinic or the show, it's his family. Watching his children and grandchildren embrace his values has been the most rewarding part of his life. And while the thought of stepping back is bittersweet, he takes comfort in knowing that his family will carry on his work with the same passion and dedication. This chapter of the Pole family's story is one of preparation, reflection, and love. They've faced difficult conversations and made tough choices, but through it all, they've stayed true to what matters most. And the most emotional part of their journey is still to come. Keep watching. A legacy that lives on. As Dr. Pole looks ahead, it's clear that his legacy is more than just a successful veterinary practice or a popular TV show. His life has been a proof to hard work, resilience, and care for animals and people alike. Stepping back from the daily grind doesn't mean stepping away from what he's built. It means ensuring that the values he's championed continue to thrive through those he's inspired. For Charles and Diane Pole, this transition has been deeply personal. They've watched the clinic grow from a small-town practice into a worldwide phenomenon. Through every challenge, they've stood together as a family, driven by the belief that their work matters. As they now take on more leadership, they carry not just the weight of running a business, but the responsibility of continuing Dr. Pole's vision. It's a task they embrace wholeheartedly, knowing they're honoring his lifelong dedication. Farmers, animal lovers, and fans from across have found inspiration in his straightforward approach to life and his relentless commitment to helping others. For many, his story serves as proof that dedication and compassion can overcome any obstacle. To honor this legacy, the Pole family has started expanding their impact. Plans include offering more mentorship opportunities for young veterinarians, especially those from underserved areas. They aim to give back to the rural communities that have supported them, helping to preserve the importance of local veterinary care. Beyond the clinic and the show, Dr. Pole's lasting legacy will live on in the countless people he's touching. Many fans share stories of how his work has encouraged them to follow their own dreams, and others credit him with inspiring a love for animals they didn't know they had. These connections mean the world to the Pole family, reminding them why they do what they do. As Dr. Pole steps into a quieter phase of life, he finds comfort in knowing his family will keep the clinic's doors open and its mission alive. Their journey together has been filled with laughter, challenges, and moments of pride, and they're ready to carry those experiences into the future. For the fans, Dr. Pole's story is a powerful reminder that kindness and perseverance leave lasting marks. While the spotlight may eventually fade, the lessons he's taught will continue to inspire for generations to come. What do you think about the incredible legacy and fortune Dr. Pole is leaving behind? How do you believe his family feels about his journey and accomplishments? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Also, click the following video shown on your screen. You will enjoy it.